I'm here at the LA Auto Show checking out Subaru, but what I really want to show you is around the other side. There's a huge display of overland trucks, but just a quick mention, if you haven't been to an auto show recently, Subaru puts on a great display, as do all the other automakers. So let's see if we can make auto shows have a comeback, because I like them. Anyway, back to the trucks. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around here and walk you through all of these trucks. There's a lot of them. So freaking cool. Let's start with this one here. And again, I'm not going to give you huge details, just let you check them out. This one's based on a Ram 3500, so that's the heavy duty platform. And yeah, it's a freaking beast. This thing is, this may be the largest one here. I'm not going to dispute it in any way. So AEV Prospector, AEV does a lot of off-road parts and custom builds. They work with Stellantis a lot on some of the Jeep vehicles as well as other automakers. Maybe I'll come by here in a little bit, zoom out a little bit, and do a more in-depth discussion with them if they got time, if I have time. Come around the side here. Like I said, this one is just crazy. I'm just gonna just give the guy a kind of a eyeball, let him know it's okay to come in. Oh my gosh, it is freaking gorgeous in here. Sleeping would be above the cab. I can only guess how much this costs. Hey, I didn't fall down. It even has a air intake snorkel on it. Let's check out some other vehicles here. Here's a comparatively pedestrian Toyota Tacoma. You know, this thing is pretty cool, but next to that thing, it looks downright tiny. But this one's a little bit more sparse, more of a camper than anything else. Or a tent, I should say. Here we have, based on an off-road racing truck. Don't think that's street legal. Well, let's take a look. If it has headlights, it's got a chance. It's got no headlights, so not sure where you're gonna drive that, but who's gonna stop you, right? And this one is based on a Toyota truck Tundra. Very neat. Oh, I'm just getting lost in here. So many of them. And if you want to win this Ford F350, man, I think if you put this thing next to the Ram we saw earlier, the AEV package, I'm not sure who would win a tug of war. I didn't check out if the other one was a diesel or not. Here, I'll give them some, if you go to that website, you could win this. So there you go. This one is a diesel Power Stroke. And I got distracted here. You may have seen that Scout is coming out with a lineup of battery electric vehicles as well as a range extended battery electric vehicle. That's where the gas engine acts as a generator. And here's a vintage Scout. I think this would be the Scout 2 with a sleeping compartment up top. Very clean vehicle. The window is up on that side, otherwise I'd kind of peek in. Otherwise it's just going to glare off the windshield. More. Now here's one based on this is either a Sprinter van, probably a Sprinter van. That tends to be the vehicle of choice for these, with some off-road tires. Seems like a pretty hefty lift kit on it as well. Yes, it is a Sprinter van. And I'll back up. So if you're interested in any details on that, you can go ahead and Google this company. Well, let's take a look inside. You saw in the back the mountain bike. So this one is kind of, now this seems more appropriate. A little bit rustic inside. That first one though was it's cleaner than the hotel I stayed at last night, that's for sure. This one though, I like the feel in this one. You got the wood here. Just gonna, it's just a laminate, but it looks great. Stays cleaner that way. And even quilted seats. And is it on a, trying to see if it's on some kind of suspension system, the seats. That helps off-road to soak up the bumps. You'll see that's in commercial trucks, medium and heavy duty trucks. They have a suspension there. The driver's seat does to help with the inevitable bumps in the road, and big trucks don't like to soak up bumps, that's for sure. Here we have a Rivian R1T. Super cool. Bigger wheels, lots of equipment and accessories. I dig this. So this is like a canopy. You could imagine you open that up, keeps the sun off you. You put some chairs out there. At night you go sleep up top. And it has what's described, you can see on the side, as a power station. So Optima is a battery manufacturer. So this must be some kind of battery energy system. I'm guessing what's up top there is a solar array that deploys. So as the sun is baking down on you, not only are you recharging the batteries, but you can make your coffee and do anything else. Play music, strike up a band. Oh, look at that. Huh. Bottle opener. Neat. Maybe I'll stop by this one too. If I can find any representatives from this company. Don't look over there. Don't look over there. Here, Optima again. Whether Optima built these or they just sponsored the manufacturer, I'm not sure. But again, Toyota Tundra-based Overlander, and you probably saw it by now. The Cybertruck. Let's see what's going on with this Cybertruck here. If you hear in the background, there's somebody from Ford practicing their speech for their press conference later today. You can see up top here, this is all different, and an integrated light bar. If you remember when Cybertruck was first shown, they showed a light bar that was at the top. And in even some of the press pictures, I haven't been to the Tesla website in a while. I don't think they ever came out with that, but you can see a couple things here. A light bar integrated into this. This is kind of like a cap that sits on top of it. And yes, it has a wrap, as all Cybertrucks should, because to be honest, they look kind of like ass without a wrap. This stainless steel doesn't match. Once you put a wrap on them, they become awesome. So, you know, some front accessory up the front, wheel arches, running boards along the sides. It's a pretty cool front. Other than that, looks like it's pretty stock. Height doesn't seem that much greater than a traditional Cybertruck, but it does have a full-size spare on the back. And the arch here still leaves room. Nope, it's not going to open for me. Still leaves room for the charge port. Although you may, if you try using an adapter, I don't think it would work. Well, I was wrong. There is a truck bigger than the first one we saw. This is built on a Mercedes. Man, I'm not even sure what platform this is. It's not the Unimog, right? Or is it? Anyway, at least from a height standpoint, I think this one now takes the lead. But from a width standpoint, not so much. Got a bit of an oil leak under it. So, yeah, but very cool. Look, it's even got a large screen TV because what else are you gonna do out in the middle of nowhere? You gotta check the game out. Can't be off the grid that much. Ground clearance is sufficient to run over small schools. And hey, this one's a little bit more, well, let's start over here. You have a Bronco, right? Very popular vehicle. I think sales are starting to taper off on these. They went down. They're scaling back production a little bit for Ford, probably because everybody who wanted one initially now has one. But the Bronco Sport, yes, you can do some camping out in that too. Here's a nice package with a sleeping tent up top and a canopy for lounging around in the outdoors, the great outdoors. You can probably tell by the words I'm using, I'm not an avid camper or overlander, but I do appreciate it. It would be fun. It'd be fun to rent one of these. Don't know that I'd want to own one. I would never get that much use out of it. And yeah, here's another Ram. Well, it's a heavy duty. This is also an AEV Prospector. This is a 2500, so a less heavy duty chassis, but still freaking big. And it just goes on and on. We'll check out this OG Volkswagen bus. And I'm at about 11 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna show you one more vehicle. It's the INEOS. Oh, very cute. Very clean. And you got your graham crackers, I guess, for s'mores. And some kind of toaster oven there. Yeah, like I said, last vehicle I'll show you. And thanks for watching. Last vehicle I'll show you is the INEOS. And they have one over here as well. Oh, they have a couple, I should say. Take that back. Here's the INEOS Grenadier.
The new 13.2-inch center screen, largest in class, standard.
This, as everybody keeps saying, is what Defender should have been. Not with the camper on the back, but at least as a platform. Very much more rugged, kind of like a super premium Jeep Gladiator. Or you can get the SUV version. SUV looks much better in my opinion, with the twin doors on the back, a tent up top. And like I said, I'll end this video just taking a look at the front of this beautiful SUV. And like I said, check out auto shows, they're great. And any of the trucks, if you want to comment on them or put links to the websites where you can find more information, because this was just a quick walkthrough of some very cool vehicles. Take care.